Hello, everyone, and welcome. Good morning. This is Master Trainer Brad, and we're going to be breaking down Phantasmal Flames for you guys today. So, we're going to start here with the booster box. The booster box has been catching a lot of heat lately, just because the price has definitely been appreciating at a fast pace. A lot of people can't believe that this box is nearly $400 already. Last 6 months, it is up about 14.5%. Last 1 month, it is up almost 18%. If you are looking for the first gold star seller, you're looking at $375 plus 5 for shipping, so about $380. If you're looking for a hobby shop, because I know there are lots of people out there that will only buy from hobby shops. The cheapest hobby shop, you're looking at about what is this? 417 and a half, 418 basically plus tax. So there's definitely a large demand for Phantasmal Flames, which seems very much almost like an Obsidian Flame set just for Mega Evolutions. And then for the ETB, for the regular ETB, not the Pokemon Center ETB, they're just the regular one. It's already creeping over $100, which seems absurd because there's so many other sets you can get that are still either around 100 or a little bit below 100, but I digress. So last 1 month, it is up 12.5%. Last 3 months, it is up about 40%. Again, gold star seller, you're looking at after shipping costs, you're looking at 110 plus tax. Again, if you're in a tax state. Otherwise, first hobby shop, you're looking at about 115, including the shipping costs. So, yeah, definitely a box that's definitely trending higher. It's definitely a set that's people are going to be watching for if there's going to be massive reprints or not. And with that, we're going to be diving into some of the singles. Phantasmal Flames doesn't have a large amount of ancillary products yet, so it's not possible for us to break down a lot of these booster bundles. So go ahead and comment below, though, if you think that when they start massively printing the booster bundles, that it's going to drop the price of some of these boxes, right? Go and drop me a comment below if you think that that's going to be a thing or not. But we're going to go ahead and start it off, of course, with the Mega Charizard X. The biggest pull from this set by far. One of the things I was kind of surprised when I was looking at this set was just how few cards are currently expensive, for lack of a better word. There's really only two, right? Other than the two, and if you're buying a booster box for nearly $400, you better be pulling, for sure one of these two cards, right? Either the gold Mega Charizard X, either the gold version of that or the version with all 3-4 of the Charizards right on the card, right? All the evolutions of it, the SIR basically. If you're not pulling the SIR Mega Charizard, you're in a lot of hurt, right? Because a lot of these cards, like even the Mega Charizard X here, the ultra rare one, it's only a $33 card, and that's the third card, right? And then of course you get some trainers, but trainers never really hold up that well normally in any normal set. Again, we'll be showing the different price breakdown of some of these cards, but there is some movement as far as selection between which cards are moving and whatnot from this set. But like I said, start off with the SIR version of the Mega Charizard X, which again shows the Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, and then of course the Mega Charizard, right? So it's a very popular card as far as with all the Charizard evolutions on the card directly. Currently, if you want a near mint version of the card from a gold star seller in English, you are looking at about $812. Okay, if you're looking for a hobby shop to buy from, you're looking at closer to $820. So very expensive card. Not the high, right? There's been times where this card has sold, pushing $1,000, but it's coming back up there, right? During December here, this card had fallen below 500. I remember seeing it below $500. I still never picked it up. I actually haven't even opened up any Phantasmal Flames personally. I've not picked up this card at these prices with this few product on the market. If I did happen to open a pack and get this card, I'd be selling it super quickly, right? Over $800 for the first chase on a new set seems a bit much personally, but I digress. So going to the gold version of the mega hyper rare, as they now call them, these gold card. This guy has been interesting because it has been downtrending. For the last month, this card's down 11%. Last 3 months, it's basically flat. Last 6 months, it's down 50%. It was hitting this low about 330. It did bounce and hit about $400 here in February. But ultimately, it's right back down again, back to 330, 340. If you watch any of my other videos, I have talked about how I do think that gold cards will become more favorable as we go into the future. I think that they'll be more popular. I think it's just a trend that people don't want right now, personally, but will want in the future. That's just kind of one of my theses. I've been making my way that direction myself as far as picking up some singles of gold cards that I think are nice cards looking, that are from Sword and Shield or other eras, generations that I think will be going up in value just because, again, people will like some of these gold features, and as they continue to push these gold cards out, I just think that they'll continue to gain some popularity. But then again, like I said, with this card, it's been coming back down and hitting its bottom again, right? If you want the first hobby shop here, it's 341 and change. Okay. Go if you guys have been picking up any of these cards, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. And if you'd like to continue to subscribe, I've been gaining subscribers every day. It's been great. If you guys continue to subscribe, thank you so much. Thanks for watching. Here is the ultra rare version of this card, of the Mega Charizard X. This guy currently, for the 1 month, is flat. For the last 3 months, it is down 10%. Last 6 months, it's down 70%, it says. I think some of this is just the initial card hype, right, when it first came out. There has been nice volume on this card still. One of the things I find interesting was here on March 12th, you see how this massive spike of volume of $38. So there obviously is people that are, that are buying this card and loading up on it, especially within this $30 price point. So if you're looking at the card right now from any Gold Star seller, you're looking at closer to $35. And the first hobby shop is actually also $35. So definitely an option here to pick up the ultra rare version. Like I said, I don't have any. Like I said, I don't have much from this set as of right now. But this card in particular actually might be more of a attractive price point. I'll have to go and look at some of the Obsidian Flames cards a little bit more and evaluate potential, right? Potential for some of these Charizard cards. I pulled up a couple of these other cards that are popular from the set. I know Meowth has a very large following, and so what better, to look at some of the illustration rares. So this is the Meowth, of course. As you see here, there was a huge spike in buying volume here in March on this card, and it's been trading up since. Last 3 months, it's up 41%. Last 1 month, it's up 38%. Last 6 months, though, it is still down. Again, it'll be more interesting once we're past the initial hype here. But it's definitely been getting volume. So, and one of the things, again, I look at is the average daily sold, right? So last 6 months, for a 6-month chart, it's been averaging 48 per day as far as last 6 months. But if I click the 1 month, it says 72, right? So I look at that, and that tells me that today, basically last month, there's been more buyers than there was last 6 months, right? So, and there was, like I said, there was a large buyer right here on March 10th, when this card was about 16 bucks, 16 and change. There was a very large buyer that bought 250 of them, right? So that was a massive, 6x the volume. So that definitely matters. So again, you have to keep that in mind when you're looking at this card is, okay, well, huge massive buyer at 16. Odds are if it comes back to 16, they're probably going to step back in and start buying it up again. Keep that in mind. But this is a card that people do love and will likely be heading higher. This Piplup, is a very cute card overall. I'm not a Piplup fan directly, but I just think it's a super cute card personally. Last 3 months, it's up 15%. Last 1 month, it is up 13%. In the last 6 months, it is down just like the rest of them when you look at it 6 months from launch, right? The bottom for this card was around $10 and change to $11. Right now, it's around 13. If we look at the first Gold Star seller, we're looking at $13.50 after shipping. If you want a hobby shop, you're looking at closer to $13.50 plus shipping, unless you order over $50 here. But it's definitely around $12 to $13 when factoring shipping. So again, last 6 months averaging 37 a day, but last 1 month is averaging 47 a day. So definitely more people buying up that Meowth, I will say that, than I do see of the Piplup right now. At least as of right now. And of course, one of my favorite cards, which I have getting a nice stack of these so far, is this Wigglytuff. I have been just continuously buying some of these when I see good dips. I haven't bought any within the last few days, but prices are starting to spike on it, so I'm not, I've got enough of them where I can kind of watch and just kind of see how prices move. Currently, this card after shipping, you're looking at closer to, again, $6 and change. It's a nice card, right? It's a cute card. I always see it as people are, they love the different cute cards and whatnot. There's definitely a lot of Wigglypuff fans. So obviously, you have to hope that they're going for the evolution of Wigglypuff, or Jigglypuff rather. But just an overall really cute card, right? And last 1 month, it's averaging 58 per day. Last 6 months, though, it's 48, right? So it's definitely still increasing. Last 61 days, though, the last 3 months, it's averaging 61 a day. So for the last 1 month, it's pulled back a little bit on volume. So it's also something to keep an eye on. That means that basically whoever's kind of bought this card because they thought it was cute, kind of already owns them, right? And already has it. So they're just going to wait and kind of see where the price falls first. So, if I could get more of them in the fours, especially the lower fours here, that'd be great. Otherwise, I'm probably okay just kind of waiting and kind of seeing where prices shake out, especially once more product comes out from Phantasmal Flames, of course, like I said before. So go ahead and let me know what you guys are doing if you're buying any Phantasmal Flames. Like I said, just keep in mind that this box is definitely heading higher. And as the set heads higher, I wouldn't be surprised if the singles also start to follow, especially with just how everything else is moving. Just keep in mind that this set is very much these two Mega Charizards. And if you don't pull one of these two, you're probably losing money on that box, and probably very badly. That's just kind of the way it is, right? Keep that in mind. I will say, there, artwork-wise on this set, I actually don't mind some of this artwork. It's always still surprising to me how this Mega Gengar EX is still as cheap as it is. I realize it's just a double rare, so it's probably like so many of these copies. But just the simple fact that it's a Gengar, this Mega Gengar, and it's under $3 just seems kind of a bit much. Like, as far as I'm surprised it's that low. But there's definitely some cute different artwork in this set. The Yamper still is $2. Yeah. So some of these illustration rares on this set, you can get some pretty cheap still. So if you're looking for cards that are not terribly expensive, that could always, that have harder pull rates, that could always move up well with time, especially, keep an eye out on this Phantasmal Flames. I will say with some of these sets, when there are smaller print run of the set, people expect that there's going to be a lot more of these cards around. So even the illustration rares, if there's only, like in this example with Phantasmal Flames, right? There's only 94 cards in the actual regular set. Now, of course, I know with, certain rares and illustration rares and super hyper rares and everything, you're going to get more than 94 cards in the set. But when you have a smaller set, it does make it easier to pull certain cards just because, again, they only have a certain amount of cards to put in those packs, right? So you're bound to have more of the certain cards. But I will say the artwork on some of this set looks very nice. So if you have some spare money and you don't mind, picking up a few different a couple different artwork that you like, or whatnot, especially if you're looking at some of these full art cards like this, they're just beautiful or cute, whatnot. So like, subscribe. Thank you guys again. If you do have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments below, and I will respond back to you. I appreciate you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.